first thing, there was the big huge bars, you can see them in the garage. But I used a little angle grinder guy, cut them off. That was like day one, came over, cut those off. And then we got the carpet out as soon as we could too, even though we're not getting new carpet for a little while, but we just wanted, I'd rather have it just be the wood than the stuff that was there before. Wasn't too nice. I think you have pictures of that.
Wasn't it bright red?
Bright red. It wasn't the color that was the problem, it was just that it was old and dirty, really dirty. So it was, you know, like suffocating you just by having it here. So the wood, not so much, yeah.
Okay, and then also, I think another thing missing in here is the popcorn ceiling.
Yeah, we talked to a few people and they said that it wasn't asbestos, so then we were like, okay, we got the little pesticide sprayer, but you know, you fill it up with water and not pesticides, and then once you spray the stuff, you just wet it down and then it just comes right off. Just peels right off really easily. Okay. That was like the easiest part of the whole thing, but we should have thought ahead more and then, you know, maybe laid something down to catch it. Because I tried vacuuming. At first I tried vacuuming, and then after I filled up my 6-gallon vacuum like 3 times with this dust, then I was like, no, I'm not doing that anymore, so we just rolled it up in the carpet. But that was still kind of messy. You gotta cut the carpet into little pieces too. You can't, if you roll it up all as one thing, then you can't move it really. Because even with 2 people, if you have these huge long rolls of carpet that are, because this stuff was falling apart. So you cut it with a knife, make it in little sections, and then it rolls up nicer.
And I see some really unique wallpaper here behind you.
Oh, this, we put this in, actually. Yeah, we had to go to an antique store, but they had it. And that, I don't know when we're getting rid of that, but Sarah wants to get rid of it. Yeah, so we'll get rid of it. Yeah.
Matt, did you run into any surprises up here when you were working?
There's the wood paneling in this room had some nice wallpaper behind it. There was, this stuff was behind. I don't know if that's 2-layer. We haven't taken it down yet, but then there's this wallpaper over here, and it had wallpaper behind wallpaper. And so we took that down, took out the carpet in here too. While we're taking this down, it's kind of a process, but you brought over the steamer, so hopefully that should speed things up. Got this paint all over because there's this wood paneling, and there's actually a bulge over here in the wood paneling. I don't know why it was just kind of sticking out a little bit, like you could just look at it and it just went up a little bit. My dad was like, no, just leave it. You don't know what's behind there. You don't want to have to mess with it. It might look a lot worse. We were like, no, we're not going to let the wood paneling tell us, you know, what the room's going to look like. So we ripped it off and broke it into sections and threw it out, and it was flat. So that was, yeah, nice to see that it wasn't, you know, who knows what would have been. Well, because the cable guy, we called, I was supposed to get, you know, internet set up on Friday, but then they told us that there's some breakage in the cable that goes from there to there, so I don't have a whole lot to do. Because, you know, because most of my stuff, it's all computer this, computer that, so what am I supposed to do? I don't like TV, but we don't have a TV set up either, so what do? You work on the house, that's, you know, that's my internet, that's my TV. You sit, pull up carpet, invite someone over, have a beer, and, you know, paint some walls or something like that. That's all you really have to do. It's, yeah. Cheap entertainment. Materials.
Sarah did a whole sheet.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
How'd you do a whole sheet? You can't read.
I just pulled back and then it
It didn't come apart?
No, because this is like plastic. This wallpaper is plastic with like a cheesecloth underneath.
Can you reach that corner and get started, and then it'll.
There's this guy. Oh, where'd the stepping stool go? Oh, yeah.
Everyone's got a corner.
Yeah, don't tear it. Someone would come along and steal the whole thing by trying to peel off the side.
Yeah, if you try to peel off both layers, you peel off the wall. So we're trying to leave the cheesecloth layer and use it just to paint over texture. Hopefully it'll work, but we're trying to avoid having to redo all entire.
So
why was it a different color?
Yep, that's what happens.
Put it back.
Well, I got some more of an angle. I need to pull the cloth off too, though. It's just got more glue.
Some walls are a lot easier to take off than others for some reason. Like this wall was really hard right here, but like some of like the other wall on that side was easier. So I don't know if they use less glue.
No.
Molding.
It's not a good
Oh,
smell.
that's a good one.
Wow. Didn't take off too much of the wall, too.
You know, they. Who knows?
That's painting our stuff.
They will be working all day.
They work with you.